the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their heart.
Hi y'all, it's Friday. It's Friday, y'all. I know some people have to work on the weekend, some don't. So happy looking forward weekend. I hope y'all have a great weekend. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I have a special treat for y'all this morning. Somebody I watch on YouTube that I think is just so sweet is Candy, and her channel is Candy's Hot Mess, and I will put the link to her channel in the description box below. But I'm making a special blooper. I'm making a special breakfast treat today, y'all. So we're gonna have some home potatoes, some scrambled eggs, and we are gonna take sausage links and put them in cinnamon rolls and roll them up. You all are gonna see. It's gonna be really, really good. I'm so excited to share it. So excited to share Candy's channel. Y'all stay tuned, okay? You're going to really like it. And I want to thank each and every one of you for coming back to my channel and visiting with me today in my tiny little kitchen. Thank you so much. I really, truly appreciate it. Let's get started. I'm excited, y'all. I had to get me a Dunkin', y'all. I had this DoorDash, so it's really good. And I always get an extra shot of espresso in this, and I keep hearing this funny noise. I don't know where it's coming from. But anyway, this is a 3 shots of caramel and 4 shots of coconut. The coconut is the unsweetened, and the caramel is the sweetened, and I get that extra shot of espresso. It's just so good. On their little dog food before we feed ourselves. So we'll get on their little dog food before we feed ourselves. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Alright, y'all. So the first thing we want to do is set our heat over here on our iron skillet to a little bit close to medium. And we want to take some spray grease and just spray a little bit of that in here. And I love my iron skillet. Like, I use it all the time. I need to get more. But anyway, we are heating up our cast iron, and we want that to get warm. Once that gets warm, we will drop our Johnsonville Vermont maple syrup breakfast sausage links in here and brown them. So we have our Johnsonville maple links that are right here. And then I got the Pillsbury 2 container pack because it's more budget friendly. You save money by getting 2 instead of just getting 1. Alright, so our pan is getting pretty warm enough now to go ahead and open up our links and start browning them up. So the first step for this recipe here is to brown your sausage links up. You want to have them pre-cooked. So I've got our cinnamon rolls opened up right here. And I'm just going to get my icing out of here. I don't know what's making that noise, y'all. I'm trying to figure it out. I thought it was my fish pump, so I unplugged it, and it still was doing it. Thought it was my ice maker, so I unplugged that. But I was still hearing the noise. So I'm like, what in the world? I can't figure out what that is. And it's horrible. It's going to drive me insane. Alright. Alright. So what I'm going to do with these little cinnamon rolls is I'm going to use my hands and flatten them out some. Just like Candy had done. Y'all ignore my son. Excuse me. I figured out what was making that noise, by the way. It was my cat's water fountain. Alright, so now that we've got our cinnamon rolls rolled out or pressed out, we're going to take our little sausage link and put it at the end of it. And then we're going to just roll that in here. Now, I did spray my wax paper so that nothing would stick. And we are going to continue to do these. I'm probably going to have to open up the second roll. Or the second can, rather, of cinnamon rolls. And then I'll take... links left, and that was the can, the first can of the cinnamon rolls. So we are going to open up that second can, and it does make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So we'll have 2 regular cinnamon rolls left over. But I'll go ahead and do that and finish rolling these up. Now we're going to take these and put them in the oven at 400 degrees for 17 to 20 minutes. Just check them. You'll know when they're done. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now with our cream cheese icing, I'm just going to take it out of this little cup and put it in this. And then I will warm that up in the microwave so I can pour it over our pigs in a blanket. I should be using a little spoon, not a knife. Can you hand me a little spoon over there? No, I want one of the little spoons. Now, as much as you might want to lick this, y'all, you want it for your pigs in the blanket. So refrain from doing that. Now, nobody said if it gets on your finger, you can't lick it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and whisk up some eggs. And I'll make sure I left the grease from that sausage in my skillet. So the eggs will cook in there. And all my eggshells and everything go out in my compost. I'm hitting my compost turner this coming week. It should get here. And then I can move everything from that bucket and put it in my compost. And I will be able to show you all. Well, I've already seen in my bucket how quickly everything breaks down and turns to dirt. It's crazy. Really crazy. But, next year my garden will have, I'm going to have a lot of above ground gardens on the other side of my home. And they'll have really rich compost. So that's 6 eggs because that's all we need. Then we'll go ahead and whisk these up. And then I always do a little dash of Mrs. Dash's onion and herb. Right on in our pan. And that brown is just from the sausage links cooking into that. It'll cook into it. If you don't want that in your eggs, you can just wipe out your skillet.
But now you're gone and all I have is time. And though you're not here anymore, I still think about you. 'Cause baby,
pigs in a blanket are done. All I gotta do is melt that icing down and drizzle over the tops. But don't they look good? Thank you, Candy at Candy's Hot Mess, for sharing this breakfast hack idea. I can't wait to tell you what I think of it when we're ready to eat them, y'all.
And I wish you happiness, but sometimes I wonder why after all this time, you're still on my mind. 'Cause baby, yeah, I didn't forget you. Oh, I didn't forget you, baby.
It is plated up. Nice. All right, I'm getting ready to try this blooper. This cinnamon roll with the sausage link in it, the pig in the blanket. And again, I got this pack from Candy's Hot Mess, Candy's channel. All right, here we go. It is so good because the sausage link gives it that savory flavor, that robust, that like country-like flavor. And then you have the sweetness of the cinnamon roll. It's very good. And then the cinnamon flavor with it pairs very well, very well. And then, yes, it's very good. Thank you so much, Candy, for sharing this idea on your channel. It is absolutely delicious. I recommend people make it. It is just so good. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time at Misty's Pleasures of Life. Remember to be kind to one another because there's so much cruelty out here in the world, so much hate. Love one another and treasure every moment of every day. See you later.